Hi, my name is Robert Quinlan. I am the artistic director of the Illinois Shakespeare Festival. This year, we are presenting 3 of the best plays ever written: A Midsummer Night's Dream, a wonderful comedy by William Shakespeare; Hamlet, considered by some to be the best play ever written, a tragedy; and for the very first time on the festival stage, we are doing Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest, a British comedy of manners. And we're also presenting a Theater for Young Audiences production of Who's There by Nancy Steele Brokaw, which mashes up A Midsummer Night's Dream and Hamlet. We follow the story of Shakespeare's daughter, Judith, and she decides she wants to learn what her father, Shakespeare, does for a living. So she knocks on the door of his office and she asks him to tell her how he writes a play. So he teaches her about the plot and the characters and the setting. And along the way, she also realizes how important it is to tell her own story. So it's got a great lesson for young people and is a lot of fun for audiences of any age. So that's on the lawn Thursday and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. And it's free.
Hey, I'm Kim McKean. I'm the director of Midsummer Night's Dream at Illinois Shakespeare Festival. I am so thrilled to be here. Midsummer is one of Shakespeare's most famous and, in my opinion, best comedies. So our production, we are setting it at Athens Academy, which is our Athenian world. And our Athenian world is very structured and rigid. And we have students who are at like a boarding school, per se. Costumes are pretty remarkable. Our costume designer is Matthew Peterson, and he has designed these one-of-a-kind boarding school uniforms for our young people. And then in the forest, the fairies are decked out in sort of club attire, but they're gorgeous, gorgeous, very detailed costumes, something that you wouldn't see otherwise. And then the young lovers of the boarding school say, we need to get out of here, we need to go and get married, and we're gonna go through the forest to do so. They go through the forest, and the forest is a magical place. And in our production, the forest is inspired after a Burning Man, which is like a big outdoor music festival, or this other club in Brooklyn called House of Yes, where young people can go to make mischief and have fun and discover themselves in their full identities. So our young lovers go to the forest, and there they encounter fairies in the forest. And in our world, the fairies make music. And we have Titania, who is the queen of the fairies, and she is also played by the actor who's the queen in Athens, Hippolyta. And she's a beautiful, amazing singer. And she sings in our production, and the fairies accompany her. And then we have lots of comedy that ensues as the mechanicals, which you might know them for the play within the play. The mechanicals go into the forest to rehearse their play, and then Bottom gets turned into a donkey. And that's where a lot of the humor arises, and Bottom falls in love with Titania. And then we have Puck and Oberon, who are making mischief and casting spells which cause young lovers to fall in love with people they're not supposed to fall in love with.
The Importance of Being Earnest is a wonderful play. Some people describe it as the most perfect comedy, so I think it really complements Shakespeare's plays well. It also, for people who might want some language that is not as old-fashioned as Shakespeare, it was written just a little bit over 100 years ago, so the language feels a little bit more like we would talk today in England. And it also is just a really hilarious play about somebody who is kind of living a double life. His name is Jack, and he pretends to be earnest when he's in the city to have some fun. And he falls in love with this young girl and is about to get engaged and tell her who he really is. But then she says to him that the reason she loves him so much is because she always knew that she had to love someone by the name of Ernest. So it puts him into quite a predicament. He has to figure out what to do about that, whether he's going to get christened as a new name. And in the meantime, his friend also decides to change his name and pretend to be Ernest. So there's some confusion about identity. So there's a lot going on at the Illinois Shakespeare Festival besides the plays. We have pre-show music that begins at 6 p.m. in the courtyard. We have food trucks most evenings. We have pre-show talks where I will come and give some background about the play you're going to see that night, so you have some context for it. There also is Falstaff's Pub, which serves libations both before and after the play and at intermission. And there's always the opportunity to bring your own picnic and enjoy a picnic on the lawn here before the production.
Thanks for watching the ExplorePeoria.com Entertainment Report. Please share this video on your Facebook timeline. Make sure to check out the ExplorePeoria.com events calendar, a comprehensive listing of events in the Peoria area. Plus, make sure to sign up for our free weekly e-newsletter.
Anything you need to know, and the only site you need to go, ExplorePeoria.com.